Bye bye, Miss American Pie. Oh, I drove Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. Hello, starshine. I say hello. The world says hello. Hello. Today, I would like to hold your hand, and for you to hold mine, as I am wanting to sit down and have more of an opening myself up session, if you will, just to let you know what in the tarnation is going on with me. Hey. I will give you a fair warning. I will give you a warning of this will be touching on subjects that are sensitive, triggering of all kinds, and it is unfair for me to expect people to handle my bullshit. Discretion is advised. I will be using less profanity in this video because yes, I am needing to show parts of myself that are not just obscure and erotic, but also my other sides, my softest sides, my more groundedness and sophisticatedness too. And of course, I am needing to work on speaking in general, not just to the camera, but for socializing and for life in general, and to also communicate effectively without having to use profanity, and just to see eye to eye with people. I have came to the understanding that I am not the only one with communicational differences, different ways of communicating, and yeah, everyone's got their own style of communication and their different, their differences, and that's okay. I want to learn these differences. I want to communicate in so many different ways, but effectively. Now, I am currently working with a lot of difficulties at the moment. I'm not saying I'm the only one with a difficult life, because that's far from the truth. That is out of touch of reality type thinking, and I'm down to earth. I can be quite a lot of the time. Sometimes I can be out of touch, unhinged, if you will. I am passionately batshit passionate, passionately just trying to be me and care about the things that I do and care about the people that I do. However, I'm gonna set myself up with taking the first steps and saying, yes, currently I am 21. I am working with health issues. I am currently finding a way of bettering my financial income. I am currently working on family dynamics, yeah. I may appear to be a person of confidence, secure in all aspects, but what I will say and make it clear, I am far from perfect. I am not above everyone or anyone. I am not someone who thinks less of people. I am not someone who has everything figured out, and that's okay. To go more into detail with health issues, what I'm willing to share, I am willing to share that I have been professionally diagnosed with these diagnoses, these different conditions of mine. I'm working with something head to toe. So we have Chiari malformation, which is a birth defect from what I've been told, where my cerebellum, classed as the second brain, is affected. It's bigger from what I was shown from the MRI scans. And with that being said, it's it has its own assets, if you will. Assets, I say that word very politely, as in it's got its own thing going on. It's a whole different diagnosis, you know, it's a whole different thing. And from what I am also aware, it will affect my body in different ways. There are 5 different stages. I am still awaiting to be confirmed what stage I'm at, and I am also waiting to see anaesthetists. I'm on the list for surgery, all that. If you would like me to speak more about it in the future, speak more about it solely just so I can get more information out there, so be it. With my cerebellum being affected, you know, with it being a birthing defect, it's something that I cannot control. I don't think it's got nothing to do with my parents, in a sense of it's not like a disease, it's not like, you know, it's just something that's happened and no one's to blame. And I'm not finding a finger to point at either, because it's one of those things, we're dealing with it. Another diagnosis of mine that I have been professionally diagnosed with is endometriosis, which will affect my pelvic area, if you will. Recurrent hernias, and I was born with the hernia actually. It's got a really specific name. I've forgotten the name, but essentially, with me being born with a hernia, that's got its own thing going on. Same with the endometriosis and the recurrent hernias. Where I was born with the hernia, essentially, that's an area of my body that's on top of my belly button, if you will, and you would normally see a like a lump, if you will, because it's the intestine coming out of the muscle wall, and also it would be where the umbilical cord would be on a baby. That's how else I can probably relay the information out for you. And yeah, it's something. It's something, it's out there. And I've also been diagnosed recently with hypomobility syndrome disorder, which affects my tissues, my joints, my muscles, which will explain the many things about myself, especially with having recurrent hernias, etc., etc. And of course, with me having ADHD and autism, that will also explain many things. I have been diagnosed with like migraines, dry eyes, astigmatism, Raynaud's disease. I think that's it so far. Mixed depressive and anxiety disorder. Again, I'm not trying to collect like health problem issues. I can reassure you on that. But obviously, with me spending a lot of time at the GP, going to health professionals, you know, speaking and continually to advocate for myself, yeah, there will be somewhat of a collection there, especially with the discomforts I'll go through, the many of symptoms and the process and everything. There's a reason for why I've been diagnosed these things, you know, and it's a good thing that I am doing what I am doing, and hopefully I can inspire other people to do the same. I am all for keeping up on your wellness, your physical health, mental health, emotional, spiritual, everything, wholeness, wellness, wealth. Health is wealth, wealth is health, right? And I do not blame anyone. I don't even blame myself. This is not something that's in my control. This is not something that my parents could have like helped at all. You know, it's one of those things where I'm put in a situation, That's out of my control. What do? We control our own choices. Yes. But that's a health somewhat touched on basis with what's going on with my health. Now, the financial side. I am currently working on actually incrementing a more financial income that is more stable, that is through actual work and through my own means, and being able to actually have a financial source of income that I am proud of. Now, finding this source is having to find my place within this sort of sector in life, trying to find work, trying to, I have currently been accepted and assigned to a modelling agency, the Models Direct. Now, I am a new face, I am a new person, and I'm getting myself out there. It is making me sort of branch out in a sense of creating content, taking photos, expanding on what I'm trying to do, and I'm more than willing to go out of my comfort zones and just make it work and serve, of course. Like, oh my goodness, being able to have this opportunity, I am so grateful for the agency to welcome me with open arms, and for giving me the chance, and for acknowledging what I'm trying to do, and giving me that patience to bloom, to blossom, or to hone in my sense, because I am one spooky person, one spooky ooky person. But yes, I am currently I find it unfortunate in the sense of I am currently on benefits such as universal credit, work capability, and PIP. Like, I'm not on PIP per se. I am having to fight my case on why I do meet the eligibility, how my health, physical health, mental health will affect me, and how it can affect my work, and how it affects me from finding work, function, living day-to-day life, and just working with that. And for those who don't know, I do live in England, okay, in the UK, and we do have this system of this financial access, if you will, so we are able, to actually get what we need to function, and to, of course, uphold a living that is accessible, as living is an essential, it is a necessity. And I find me being in this position that I am disheartened, and I am not satisfied with this, because I do not like to think I'll be on these benefits for the rest of my life. No, thank you. I am also wanting to create my own company, create my own brand, actually be more self-employed, and be more of the work ethic, if you will. And I would like to showcase that. I would like to, of course, work on that day in, day out, work smart, work hard, and of course uphold myself in a disciplinary way, in a way of graciousness, and having good standards for myself, and believing I am deserving to be happy, I am deserving of these nice things, and living a life that I want. And I do need to put in the work. I do need to find opportunities, and opportunities that are meant for me, I am welcoming with open arms. Now, with this even being said, like, being on the benefit the system, the benefit system, I find it is helpful for those who aren't able to work, like who aren't able to actually hold a job that is out of their control. With me even getting on the benefit system, I was age of 18. I was in a situation where I was homeless, accommodation homelessness. I wasn't street homeless. I was kicked out at the age of 18 out of my mom's home, and essentially I was put in a hostel where you do need to pay rent. It doesn't matter if you're homeless or not, you still need to pay rent. You still do need to like uphold that, if that makes sense. And with that situation, with me needing to pay rent where I was living at the time, it was a hostel in town, and the rent, it started off as 60 quid, and with me just rocking up, you know, not having no income whatsoever, not working, not studying, all that, I was able to get help with being on the benefit system with the staff at the hostel I was staying at. And essentially, yes, I did have to like communicate this. It was embarrassing, it was not a good situation, but it's one of the many things I can honestly say, genuinely say, that it was the best decision I could have done. And with the hostel system within itself, I find that if you worked more than 16 hours, you would have to pay two grand, two and a bit grand, if you worked more than 16 hours for a room in a hostel, just to let you know. And in my situation, which I was lucky, to be fair, that I wasn't working, I wasn't studying at the time, I was starting off to pay 60 quid, you know, per month. Fair enough. And while waiting to have this source of income, getting on the benefit system, I was accumulating debt. The rent payments started as soon as I got accepted. I signed the paperwork, everything, you know. Lucky enough, I was able to pay that off, and of course made the best of the situation. And I am grateful to have this system in place, because there are cases such as mine where you are put in this situation of homelessness, or in a sense of case of like not having everything that you need, and you know. But yes, there are situations of other natures where having this in place does save lives. It is helpful, especially if you meet the criteria and you are going through the process and you speak into the actual people there, the coaches and everything at the UC, the Universal Credit Centre, the Job Centre. You know, if you generally do need this, then fair enough. If you are a person that sits there and believes that all people who are on this benefit system is conning or lying, then I'm hoping that I can change that mindset. Because with someone in my situation, you know, it can be more of a regular thing. That's what I've noticed, actually speaking to people who were in my situation, homeless, having issues on top of that, of different kinds, you know. Hopefully this will give you some back, like, of belief in humanity. But yeah, currently I am in an environment of my own, like, I've got my own tenancy. I am 21. I was lucky enough to be trusted and to gain this opportunity to live by myself, which is a whole situation within itself. Like, yes, it does come with its pros and its cons and issues, and I do get that, I do. However, with the environment that I am in, I find that I am not satisfied, in a sense of, it's not just with the financial income, you know, it's, there are issues that I'm currently dealing with this flat that is affecting my health. That is affecting my health in ways such as having damp and mold in the bathroom constantly. That can go through stages within itself, you know. Having any type of damp and mold is really bad, especially when it's producing like poisonous lipids in the air, and that can affect you. It doesn't matter how small, it can still affect you, and over time it can negatively impact your health and your well-being in itself in general worse. After all, with it being a poison, some poisons don't just activate like that. It doesn't just kill you off instantly. You know, it can take time for that to happen, and I might be overthinking, but I do care about my future. I do care how I am, and I do care for other people's safety and well-being as well. And it's when you know there's something not right, stick to your intuition, please. Stick with that gut feeling. Trust yourself and trust that you are able to get yourself out of the situation or any bad situation in general. But anyways, yes, this environment is not me. I don't know how else to say it. It's not just because of the area that I'm living in. It's not just because of how the people that live in this area is keeping the place, especially with a lot of littering, fly tipping, a lot of, it's just not an area you would like to live in. Its reputation, you know, I would like to better all of my weaknesses, better all my vulnerabilities, better myself in all aspects, and of course giving people more of an idea of people like me, such as like me, creating more clarity, clairvoyance, and just, yeah, like, no point of hiding anything, in my opinion. Keeping the dirt on the surface so people don't gotta dig. I like that saying. Alan Stone, good artist, good musician, good artist in general. Like, if you listen to him, yeah, if you don't listen to him, please, if you can, get to know Alan Stone. He's one of the many favourites of mine. And of course, enlightenment. We love enlightenment. But yes, I am someone of this earth. I am someone who is trying to be someone, you know. But I'm a Creole, I'm a weirdo. I wish I was special, so fucking special. Yeah, 'cause I'm a Creole, I'm a weirdo. Yeah. I just had I love that fucking song. 'Cause I'm a Creole. It was just the right timing. If you've got the feeling, just do it. Just do it. Nike. But yes, I am someone who's trying to make something of themselves. I am trying to showcase the many sides, even if it's not all sunshine and rainbows. But you know, I would like to be someone who can be a role model for those who can look up to. I would like to be someone of great importance. I would like to be someone worth investing in, And with all this being said, I will need help. I am asking for help this time, loud and clearly. With me on this journey of mine, I know I've got things of value, with things that are worth saying, and I believe I can do it. And I also believe that I can make a contribution, do these things, and actually make a household name. And I would like to put myself out there, I would like to reach out, have people reach for me, be reliable, be sociable, socially accepted, in a sense of I am not causing issues within this civilization, within this world, where I'm just creating more problems and solutions, And I would like to contribute creating more solutions to other people's problems. And yes, I am someone who is obstructed, in a sense of I can't be a wild card, I can't be messy, and I am perfect. Give me a second right here, right now. I am perfectly imperfect. Thank you. I am someone with an edge, someone who has been through a lot. And this is why I'm the way that I am, partly. I am someone who will struggle. I am someone who has struggled with so many different things, but I'm also someone with many solutions because I've experienced these things, which I am grateful for. I don't hold any negativities towards people, in a sense of I don't blame anyone, I don't wish bad things on people, and I will stick with everyone does deserve love. Is everyone deserving of love? No. Can they be though? Yes. You much rather start now. It's better late than ever too. You much rather start doing what you need to get into the places that you need to go, and just do it. Yeah. Like, of course, not at the drop of the hat, as in don't just drop all your priorities for this thing. No. If you've got a feeling of doing something, and you generally have the time, and you generally have that ambition and that determination right there and then, just go for it. Grab it by the throat and just go for it. Take control, the right control, and get jiggy with it. And things will be messy at the start. Things will be the unknown, and just that's a sound for a word I cannot come up with right now. Because when I go I mean oh nah. Oh my goodness. Different symbolization for many different words, Hopefully you can feel what I'm saying though, because when I go I mean something bad, or oh yeah, realization, enlightenment. It can be one or the other, But yes, and with me gaining this sort of understanding and realization what I want to do, how I want to do things, what changes I want to make. You know, it's gonna be that point in time where I'm like, okay, I need to speak to the right people, connect with the right people, put in the work smarter and harder, work harder than smarter at times. It's also finding that balance, because like, let's be honest, when people, you know, say these metaphors and everything, it's like, okay, then what is working up the smarts, what is working up the hard? Again, we are pulling back every layer, disassembling every single layer we can to get to the root. Because if you get to the root of the issue, you get to the root of the problem, and you find more soluble solutions. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. And yes. But anyways, yes. And I am also ready to be seen. I am not scared anymore to be seen and to be myself, and yeah, to be the person that I want to be. I am ready and open and accepting. I am also wanting to let the people that I care about, I care about you. I do love you. I adore you. I also want to let people know I am okay. I am okay. I do promise that generally I'm okay. I'm gonna be okay. This will all be okay. Even when things are not, they're all gonna be okay. Even with these issues, these trials and tribulations, they will be okay. I will be okay. And I'm hoping to make people proud, to give people reasons to admire me. If I'm on this earth, like, gotta live it up, right? Gotta live it up. You gotta. Because my oh my, life is too short. Life is very short, in my opinion. And of course, experiences can make you feel like you've aged quicker than whatnot, but you know. However, I'm sticking with the mindset of, will I be happy with myself 5 years from now if I'm doing what I'm doing? Actually thinking and investing in my future, invest in the things that I do generally value and care about, but also making room for blessings and all things and all people too. I am also ready to be castricized, if you will, be judged unfairly or fairly. I don't mind. You can judge me all you want. Only person that I will be living under is myself. Serve myself, be myself, care for myself, self-maintain, self-care, self-love. And by the end of the day, I am someone who is walking in a pair of shoes, and I know what I deal with. I know who I am. I know what is going on with myself, and you know, and I am willing to open myself up more. I am willing to just bust my universe right open. Yup. Biscuit. Limp. Biscuit. Sorry. I do know some sign. Thank you. Yes. But anyways. But yes, I'm ready. I'm so ready. I'm ready for you, baby. I'm ready for myself. I'm ready to grow. I am also ready to not stick with what just I know. Like, if I come across people with different information and of course different life experience. The floor is yours. I am open and listening and wanting to see you so you can be seen, and reaching for the place, this high place that I'm trying to reach to, these high heavens, oh great heavens. And of course I don't want to just go by myself. I don't just want to be in this high place by myself. Like, I do generally want to be around people, and I want people to be around me, definitely, especially when you're celebrating many celebrations. Yes, you will have your personal victories and wars that people aren't fighting, and you are succeeding in winning, and it's good to have those moments for yourself. It's also brilliant to have these moments with people too, because after all, like, I love sharing many things, not just of myself, for myself, but anything that I can actually give. Like, I won't just give you some secondhand goods or whatever. Like, if you ask me to bring the table, I will bring the table, the chairs, the cutlery, the feast, and because I want to push myself. I want to go so far, in a sense of I'm having a good time, not just having a good time. I'm riding out the lows, riding the highs, and I want to have this limitless potential mindset. I want to reach the skies and go further into the galaxy, if that makes sense. Not just a hop, skip, and a jump, but like a hop, skip, jump, bounce, and fly. Thank you. Oh my goodness. I do want to take a second though to have gratitude. Gratitude for the people who are listening in, who are tuning in, trying to connect with me, being patient. I am grateful for the people that I've made connections. I am grateful for the life that I'm living. I am grateful for being myself. I am grateful for the audience I am attracting and gaining. I am grateful for being able to sit here right now and have this time, this moment in time. And I am grateful for the past experiences. I am grateful for the past people of the past. I am grateful for the many trials and the tribulations that I am going through. And yes, my oh my. And I am so looking forward to this journey, not just my own, but seeing other people's, seeing what life has to give, the betterment that I'm trying to reach for, and hopefully I can bring these people to the betterment I'm thinking about. Because I am also looking forward to show myself more, like my fashion sense, how I design, how I do things, incorporate it into this sort of content creation, and this is another step forward, if you will, for me, a big step forward for me in not just like creating, but also to grow. And this will also be a journal, a safe space, a sanctuary, a sense of home, of course not for myself but for other people too, a place of freedom. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Wham, bam. Thank you, ma'am. Oh my goodness. And cheers for the new year. Yes, new year. My oh my, 2026. Oh my goodness. But I'm going to leave it there for now. I am going to do what I do. Trying to not edit this video as much as I possibly can. Leave it raw as I possibly can. Of course, I've got to add my own flavour, my own tingo. If you get my lingo. And also, I would like to ask if you've made it this far in the vlog. Hey, thank you. I appreciate you. I really do. Leave a heart, any heart of your choice. What speaks to you the most? What shows you? What heart resonates with you? And also comment anything you would like me to talk about, because I am wanting to just explore, adventure out, you know. But yeah, thank you so much. I love you. I adore you. And yeah, ending the video. Woo. Goodbye for now, Starshine. Until next time. Thank you.